Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do the magic circle. This is the first needle I used for a hat, which is like in between a long one and a short one. So it's really obnoxious for the magic circles. I'm assuming this is what you have, because they didn't have the small ones. And I doubt you would get the super long ones unless that was all they had, in which case it should be easier than this in-between one. But I'm gonna do a slip knot, which I don't always do slip knots. Actually, I normally don't. But I'm going to do a slip knot because I want to show you this other type of cast on. That works a little bit nicer with the slip knot, but also it'll be better for the hat that you want to make, just because it won't roll like a long tail cast on will. It's called the German twist cast on. And what you do is you go under both those strings and then in that little hole, and then you're going to like come around and then twist your thumb down and grab that string and pull it through that hole. So we go under both, through the hole, twist our thumb, grab that string and pull it through. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Hopefully you can see it too, because this like selfie stick setup I have going on, I can't really see the video. Also, I made a previous video trying to show you this and I was doing it wrong, so it was also funnier and had better commentary than this one, so I apologize. So under both through the hole, got the string. I should have used thicker yarn for this. I'm just gonna quickly go through this because I don't feel like editing this video. So I'll try to make this quick. They say this one's also a little bit stretchier of a cast on, which I don't really ever see a difference between any cast ons, but it doesn't twist as much. I do notice that, or it doesn't roll as much when the hat's done, because like the brims of most hats are like a knit 1 purl 1 or like knit 2 purl 2, and that stops it from rolling. So if you're gonna do like an all knit hat, they typically roll at the bottoms, which if you're not like 6, you probably don't want. Okay. So this like probably definitely is not 88 stitches, which I think is what you had, but like the same concept. Okay, so now we have like all of this extra wire in between our needles. So we cast it on. You're gonna take this end, and like kind of bring it around. So like that's how your needles are gonna go. Like this. And then, this like is too zoomed in for this video. Okay. So then what I do is kind of come like midway and I just pull the wire. And yeah, you get like a little gap right there, but it goes away. Like, I don't always do like the same spot. I kind of just like pick a random spot, and then like the next round, or like when I run out of these stitches, I pick another random spot, so it's never like the same. You can see it's kind of starting to twist already. So like this one's correct. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so like this side isn't twisted, so you just like rewrap those to follow this. But if like this one were to be like that or something, you know how to like untwist stuff. Yeah, so I'm gonna slide those stitches up. And I think like in a true magic circle, you have like 2 spots. Oh yeah, I think you do. I don't know. You can do that too if like you don't have a lot of stitches. Like this is really tight, so I'm kind of making a 3rd section. Of stitches. Oh crap, it's getting all twisted. Let's see, get that string out of here. There we go. And then you all can be friends. Then we have these 2 loops and some stitches, which it's probably gonna, yeah, it's like already kind of twisting, but you just gotta wing it sometimes. Okay, so move some of these stitches back up just so like that's connected. This is our waste yarn, this is our working yarn. Okay, so then we want to join these. So like, this is like down, I guess, like where the knits are, just so you know, so it may look kind of weird. Put our stitch marker there so we know where the first stitch is. Okay, and then we just start knitting. It's kind of like tough and tricky. Oh my god. Okay, I can't even get my needle through. Cast it on too tight. That's like through the yarn. There we go. Okay, so we go through, we wrap our yarn. Oh, oh no, lost it. I'm sure this is like easier with more stitches, but I don't have it. Okay, so then you knit, and that joins it. And then we'll like secure it later. Like there's a little gap here, but we'll secure it with this string later and pull it tight. Okay, but then you wrap over. Oh. Wrap. And you just knit through these. Okay, and like as you go, once you get like the first couple of your first row, you can slide these down, which sometimes makes it easier, sometimes it makes it harder. It's really the luck of the draw. Okay, and then we just continue knitting. It's very tight. I should have done a few more stitches. Oh my god, I don't know if you can see this. Okay. I'll try not to cover it with my hand so much. It's just tight. Okay. Okay, so we get to the last stitch of that little section, and you just, I normally like pull this string just to put these stitches kind of back, just so they don't get too twisted. And like you'll see like more gaps here, but that's because, let me get closer and see. Okay, so it's like wrapped around the string, which is clearly smaller than the needle, so it's just really loose because it's really tight on the string slash wire or whatever you call it. But once you put it on the needle, it normally gets better. Okay, so then just find a spot. And pull that wire through. And like this is really tight here, but it's gonna pull that string right there to make these bigger so they fit on my needle. Sometimes it takes a little muscle, a little elbow grease, especially if you cast on too tightly like I did for some reason. Oop. Just a big old mess down there, that's fine. Okay, let's see. We're all sorts of twisted. Okay. There we go. Dog's outside. Scrapping my yarn. Okay. So we moved our stitches, and you just keep going. And like I have a really large gap here, that's fine. It'll get fixed. Okay, so we finished that section. Find a new random spot. Pull the wire through. Push these needles up, or these stitches up. You just need to have like enough give that you can kind of knit. And then again, I hold my cast on yarn just so it kind of stays tight. Okay. We did the last stitch of that row, and there's that gap again, but it'll just like fix itself. And then if not, we use the extra yarn to tighten it up. But you move the stitch needle and you just keep going. And now this is row 2. And that's essentially it.